Assalamu alaikum. I hope you can hear me. I don't actually need my headphones on because it's not connected. But yeah, day 3 of the 75 hard, attempt 3. It doesn't actually feel too bad saying that. I don't have this guilt or this remorse or this regret saying that it's day 3, attempt 3. Indoor, outdoor workout done. I've still got some water to drink. I have my special cup. I'm not weird, but I'm limited edition. I love that. Still got a fair amount of water to drink, but apart from that, yeah, I feel that I can, inshallah, God willing, complete it before I go to bed. I am going to be sleeping late today because I have water to drink, and also just because my body just needed a rest during the daytime. So I need to make up for some work that I haven't completed yet. So I'm going to get that done. What I was thinking today was, this is the, let me show you. This is what a weighted vest is. So I have the Opti brand. This is a 5 kg weighted vest. It's been really good. It's been really good for me because when I'm walking, even if I'm doing a kind of an indoor workout at home, it's just good to push yourself a little bit more by putting the weighted vest on, and it's been really good. But what I was thinking today was, I think it's probably time that I looked at a 10 kg weighted vest, just have a little bit more weights on me and see if I can manage a 10 kg weighted vest. I think that would be really good. Yeah, oh my gosh, in Manchester we've had a lot of rain. Sadly, in Greater Manchester, we have had flooding. Schools have been affected. Football pitches have been affected. Cars are literally drowned in the water. It's not looking good. I mean, there is going to be substantial damage to areas in Greater Manchester. So if anybody's watching this and you're affected, I'm really, really sorry. Please do reach out. Just put some comments below and let us know how we can support you. I know that there are mosques in Manchester who have taken 50 to 60, like different mosques, they've taken 50 to 60 people who just don't have a home right now, or they just can't get into their house, or so there's been a lot of really good kindness from the community in Manchester. People making food, people donating blankets and pillows and clothes. I can't imagine being in that situation where you can't either get into your house or your house has been flooded to the point where you can't do anything. I mean, I know that friends in America, I have friends that live in Florida and other places in America, this is kind of this happens and they are prepared for it. Even when I visited the Shetland Islands in 2024, I was going to say this year, but it's not this year, is it? Because we're in 2025 now. And they're like prepared for if there's a flood, if there's water damage, this is what we do. I actually can't imagine myself being in that situation. Maybe I need to think about it a bit more. But if you are affected in Manchester, I'm really, really sorry. I pray that God the Most High, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, makes it easier for you because it's not a nice situation to be in. Just looking at the pictures that they've got from drones in Manchester, it is more than 2 meters of flooding on pitches, on football pitches. So I cannot imagine what those football pitches are going to be like once that water is removed. I don't know. So yeah, I'm sorry if you're really sorry if you're affected. Apart from that, what have I been doing? Yes, we've been doing the year compass. So I talked to you in yesterday's video about the year compass. I attached the link in the description of yesterday's video. If you don't know what I'm talking about, do it. I thought those questions were really great questions. I had all 3 of my children completing that today and they loved it. Separated them all, different rooms, and there was complete silence while they were doing it. They were just like, right, this is what my 2024, this is what I did. These are the really amazing moments. And I think especially if you're a parent or an aunt or a grandparent, I think it's really important to give children the opportunity of doing that. I don't think, as somebody who has a background in education, I don't think we do it enough to allow them to get geeky about celebrating and appreciating and having gratitude for all the things that they did that was like that was great. And you know what that particular website that I shared in yesterday's video, what it did do is that it talked about all the different types, all the different areas in your life. And I think that once you understand, explain it to children that, hey, this is what personal life means, this is what your studies means, this is what your personal fitness means, this is what your hobbies or your hobbies, and this is what habits mean. It's amazing how quickly they can just go and just get on with it. To see what my children have produced today, it's just like, yeah, you know what? Even though as parents we are really hard on ourselves because we can't get it right all the time. Certainly I don't get it right all the time. But to see just some of the memories, some of the brilliant pictures that my children have drawn of either me and them together, or me and myself, my husband, and the family together, it's been great. And the things that they want to improve on as well, they want to improve on more gratitude. So if you are a parent watching this video, or if you do have the opportunity, the privilege of looking after somebody, whether you're an aunt, whether you're an uncle, whether you have grandchildren, definitely download the activity and do it with them. Just give them some space, explain what the activity is and do it with them. Just because we're in 2025 now doesn't mean you can't reflect on, things from 2024. And again, this isn't necessarily setting New Year's resolutions. I don't do that. I've never done that with my clients. But this is an opportunity of just reflecting on, what's this year been like for me, and what difference did I make in the world? And I say that to my 9-year-old, like, what difference did you make in the world, last year? What difference did you make? And what difference do you want to make this year, right? I mean, I've had one of my children say that I want to go plastic free completely, because she's absolutely, totally, in a good way, obsessed with the planet and how we can start living without all this plastic that's just dumped into the seas, and the impact of that the impact of that on creatures that live in the sea. I'm totally and utterly beautifully obsessed with that. So she's decided that she's going to be writing letters and really figuring out our own home and teaching it to others as well. So definitely that's an activity. What I also started reading today was this book. I have talked about it before in one of my other videos. This is something that I got secondhand. It's something that was a book that was recommended by my running coach, and it's marathon and half marathon from start to finish. Now, some of you may be thinking, yeah, but you've already run a marathon before, Hafiza. Yes, I have run an official marathon, and it was the first time it was tough. I wish I had done a video a day just for my benefit when I was training for that marathon. I did keep a journal, but it wasn't in as much detail as I feel I could have done, because there was so much during that journey, so much I learned about myself during that journey. And I think I'm just going to learn more as I start this journey. So again, I know I've mentioned this in previous videos, but my intention is to do 5 months of running. So January, February, March, April, May, 5 months of running. There I will be doing a 10k, well, lots of 10ks. My first 10k is in March, and then I will be doing my first half a marathon in May, and then I will start my actual marathon training June, July, August, September. So it'll be I kind of know which marathon I want to do, but inshallah, God willing, if I can do 9 months of running, 5 months of just running, and 4 months of marathon training, inshallah, I'll be in a good situation to stand at the start line for that marathon. But when I was reading it, it said whichever way you put it, 26.2 miles, I tend to work in miles, or 42 kilometers. The marathon is a long way and an immense physical and mental challenge for all those who tackle it. Absolutely. Whether you finish in 2.5 hours or 5.5 hours, the psychological demands involved are a far cry from those of a normal daily life. Yeah, absolutely. And then it talks about the beats per minute, and it talks about the distance on your feet, the water. It's just brilliant. So I've started reading this book now, Marathon and Half Marathon by Sam Murphy. And I'm going to read it, and I'm going to highlight it, I'm going to take notes in it, and I'm just going to not push myself to read too much of it. There's about, how many pages? Oh, 216. Well, minus the further information. It's about 208 pages. It's good because it's written by somebody that lives in the UK. So it talks about the different races that are available, the best races to go. Yeah. And it also talks about different plans and, the kind of nutrition that you should be on. So that's what I'm going to do, because, when I look at life now, I just think, nothing is a sprint. Everything is a marathon. And it's crazy, just listening to myself, that 5 months of running, 4 months of actual training for a marathon, that's 9 months, right? I think this stage in my life, I'm just allowing myself to be really mature, and nothing's a sprint. Everything, in order to have long-term success, you've got to put the grind in. You've got to do something every single day, right? Look at me, I'm on my 3rd attempt of 75 hard. One of my kids asked me, like, Mum, how do you feel like doing these videos? And everybody, the world knows, because then when they look at YouTube, it's like the world. And I said, yeah, I think I've got like 890 people, subscribing. I have no idea who watches these videos, but what the heck, even if they're not watching the videos, I'm still going to do them. But one of them said, Mum, how do you feel like, you're on YouTube and you told the world that you're on attempt 3? And I said, I'm doing this for myself, love. I'm doing this for myself. So if people think like, why is she on attempt 3? Why can't she get right the first time? Well, that's okay. Let them think that. It doesn't take anything away from me, but I know that genuinely people struggle. And if that one person who's struggling and they feel like, okay, do you know what? It took her 3 attempts, and I didn't do this the first time. It doesn't matter whether it's 75 hard. It could be something else. It could be eating right. It could be losing some weight. It could be journaling. It could be something related to your relationships, or something to do with your finances, or applying for jobs, whatever it is. If somebody looks at these videos, just one person looks at these videos and says, you know what? Yeah, I got some motivation from that, and I'm going to keep going. Then alhamdulillah, praise be to God. That's great. Awesome. Right? So anyway, keep the comments coming. There was a really lovely comment that was made. I don't even know the name actually, but I will reply to. I think it was a lady, and she'd said to me that basically, yeah, once you go for one item of something that you've said you don't want to do, which is for me chocolates and biscuits. Once you go for one, it's just like that addiction kicks in, and then you go for the second one, a third one, and fourth one. And what I'm really proud of today is that my husband bought some lovely desserts, and he said, come on. And he's my biggest supporter, so please don't get this wrong. He's amazing when it comes to me doing these challenges and programs. He was definitely my biggest supporter when it came to my marathon. Really looked after the kids and allowed me to go on my long runs and etc. But he said, come on, he said, you're not feeling 100% anyway, so what's like a couple of bites of this dessert going to really do? And I looked at it and I was so tempted. And I remember this one comment that this lady had left, and I think she only left it like 2 o'clock in the morning, early this morning. And I read it, and she said that it just takes that one bite or that one item before you just go into that, before you just fall down, you just go into that rabbit's hole. So the reason I'm sharing this, so I didn't have any of that dessert at all, and I felt really good about it afterwards. And I know it's a really simple thing to mention, but that one comment, so whoever you are, thank you so much. Wherever you are on the planet, thank you so much for leaving that comment, because it really inspired me. And you, whoever you are, you came to mind, and I just want to say thank you for it. So whenever you leave messages, I know I'm doing these videos, but if you leave messages, it does support me on this journey. And I hope that, even if it's like 2 minutes worth of something that I've said on these videos, I hope it supports you. I am speaking quite not so loud because my kids are sleeping. Anyway, take care of yourself. I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.